feel like anybody can do this at any stage in their life. I was very frustrated. I got to the point where I was like giving up on everything. I kind of didn't really care anymore. I just said, this is my body, and if people don't like it and I don't like it, that's just too bad. I wasn't putting in any effort. I wasn't even, really putting any effort into my own looks because I was just like not feeling very attractive. So I was kind of in a negative and depressing sort of state. It's just like anything that I tried. Everything I tried would work for very short term, and then it didn't work anymore. I didn't feel good when I did anything. I even went to my doctor at one point and begged her to put me on Ozempic, and she refused because I don't have very good digestive health. Struggle with Crohn's disease, so she said that wasn't an option for me. And I even ignored her recommendation and tried to get it online and was still denied. So I one day had this realization that I was like, what am I going to be like in 10 years from now? I'm going to be heavier. I'm not going to be able to move. I'm not moving now. I would walk one flight of stairs and feel winded. So I was worried about what I would be like in 10 years. And I was like, I gotta do something now.
I want to ask this. I know the first time we chatted, we had a couple calls. I know like you were nervous. I know like you had some hesitation. Tell me a little bit more, like just your thought process. Like, you met some guy online, right? And he's asking you to join his program.
I mean, there's a lot of things online nowadays. You have to be cautious, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm gonna give this guy my money and then I'm gonna be out and I'm not gonna be successful, and that's embarrassing. So it took me a little bit to realize that you weren't scamming me, that you were a real person who wanted to help me.
What's the changes you've experienced ever since being down this weight?
So I sleep better. We've improved my digestion, which has been a huge problem for me my whole life. Overall, I just feel happier because I feel better about myself, which is huge. As my friends are now like, oh, wow, look at this. I can really tell that you've lost weight. Look at your neck or look at your back. And I was like, oh, I'm not just losing it in one spot. It's kind of like all over my body, equally evening out, right? So it's not hopeless. You might think it's hopeless, but it's not. Anybody at any age, any body style could do this. This is not something that's unattainable or out of reach for just the regular person. Strength, I was very weak. I had very little motivation, and I feel like anybody can do this at any stage in their life. I also was to the point where I thought, I'm in menopause and this is a menopause problem. It's not a menopause problem. This is I'm not taking care of myself problem. So anybody can do this no matter who they are.